Hello everybody, good morning to one and all. I am Kranth and I am going to teach you something about communication skills. So when I speak about communication skills, the most important thing that I was been concentrating about was how to talk and how to basically pronounce few words and sentences. So when I speak about the pronunciations, the most important thing that you have to remember is how to exactly pronounce each words. At the same time, how to actually overcome your tension levels when you're talking. All right. So yes, we were been discussing about a few internal topics like daily slang. We were been talking about easy ways of communications. Yes, we were also been concentrating on the easiest ways of talking in English. But today we are going to learn something about simple sentences, like how to pronounce the simple sentences, or there are something called as one word answers or questions or sentences that you actually tell to others when you are basically communicating with the people. So today I am going to explain you about how exactly you are going to use this simple sentences. So when I speak about simple sentences, you just have to remember there will be a few situations in your life or in your particular stream where you will be talking to the people and you will be absolutely blank at few particular time when somebody asks you a question. So you don't know how to answer that particular question in a single word. So these simple sentences will help you in overcoming those single answered questions. So I'll let you know how exactly we have to go through these simple sentences, and as well as we'll be concentrating today on opposites also, that is antonyms, what we say. But still, today we'll start with the simple sentences. I want you guys to note it down because these will help you out whenever you are in the mid session of understanding the basics of communications, because obviously remember people, communication is really not about how you actually talk with the people. It's also about how to communicate with the people with the continuous situation, or the spontaneity situations that you should have is also the communication. So the spontaneity levels will obviously increase when you have the simple sentences in your pocket. Alright, so now let us see a slide here. We have the simple sentences. Yes, we have one word sentences. We do have two word sentences. For example, there might be a situation where somebody would have come to you and said, come, you might look at your friend and say, come in, that's what. So these are all one word sentences that we use at our daily life. We've been looking at these sentences and we've been speaking these sentences from so many days, but still I'll revise these one word sentences for you so that these can help you out in having a spontaneity reply for the people you're talking with in the communications. So yeah, one word sentences. The first one is come, the second one is go, then we have eat. If you are in an elderly position and if you are ordering the kids or advising the kids to eat, you simply say eat. That's when they are going to eat. Drink, sit, stand, sleep, dance, read, write, play, sing. And now I'm going to take you with this double, that is two word sentences. If you can see, these one word sentences resemble an order or a direct advice, and these two word sentences would be in a pleasing manner. That means if you are talking with any of the elder people, or if you're talking with any any majors, or if you're talking with somebody who is in a high positions, obviously you would rather add please in your sentences, and that's when we call them as two-word sentences. The same one-word sentences, but I just have added please here. So if you can see here, please come, please go, please eat, please drink, please sit, please stand, please sleep, please dance, please read, please write, please play, please sing. So these are the two-word sentences that we were been talking about in the simple sentences, because these simple sentences will help you in every particular perspective view of your communication. So this communication can help you in every understanding of the reply. I mean, there might be a few situations where you will be talking with people, and there will be situations where you will be talking with people and you will be suddenly going blank. We don't know what to talk at that particular point, isn't it? So at that particular point, these simple sentences will help you in just a fraction of a second to overcome that ditch that you have been into in the communication. So these will obviously help you, and these are called simple sentences. And in simple sentences, I have already said you one word and two word sentences. So now let us see some more simple solution, simple sentences. In this simple sentences, we also have overcome. Once we have seen single, we have seen two-word sentences. Now I'll show you some more simple solutions. It can be, it can be one word, it can be two word, it can be three word, but the most regularly used sentences, which you can use them anywhere in your daily, daily routine. These can also help you in quick response. Though you practice these, some people might not know pronunciations, some people might not know the grammar. So for them, my personal suggestion is start with the simple solutions, because once you start with the simple sentences, obviously in future, while talking these simple sentences, you can overcome your basic solutions, all right, of communication. So now let us see some more simple sentences which we can use them in our regular routine. So let us see here. We have, my name is Jack. Okay, you can say whatever your name is. So many people might ask you, what is your name? You can simply say, my name is this, whatever it is. He is my father. She is my mother. This is my younger brother. She is my elder sister. He is my classmate. We are best friends. I'm a student. I work at Amazon. I like chocolates. I like playing football. He is a singer. She is a dancer. She likes ice creams. This is a book. This is a pencil. That's very kind of you. I like reading books. Your hat or your dress or your hair, or it can be anything. Your shoes, you can add anything here. Your hat looks very nice. You know, if you can see this sentence. If you can see this sentence, we have your hat looks very nice. Here you can add anything. Instead of hat, you can add dress, shirt, trousers, watch, shoes, spectacles, anything you can use here. Next, let's go down and play. You can say here, let's go out and play. Let's go down and play. Let's go to our friend's house and then play. You know, you can say anything. It's just the basic sentence that you just have to remember anyway. And the next, maths is my favorite subject. Again, in the last sentence, you know, this sentence is regularly used. You know, if you are talking about your mom or your sister or your girlfriend, or it can be anybody, you can say here, she likes to eat cupcakes, she likes to eat pizzas, she likes to eat, you know, she likes to eat Indian food, she likes to eat Mexican food, she likes to eat Italian food. You can say anything, you know. She likes to eat is something which is very main, and you can add anything here. Again, you know, here you can see, I work at Amazon, I work at Deloitte, I work at Dell, I work at IBM, I work at Genpact, I work at APSSDC, I work at anything. You can add anything here, no problem. But this I work at is something which you have to remember. Alright. Here at the same time here, I am a student, I am a freelancer, I am an employee, I am a, you can add anything. Again, he's a singer, he's a singer, he's a dancer, he's a musician. You can add anything, okay? So it's all about you remembering the sentences and playing back them again and again in your brain, so that these will help you out in understanding the basics of communications. Because people, there are situations in the market and there are situations in our regular life where we will be totally helpless when there will be a position where you have to reply back to the people when you really don't know how to communicate, isn't it? So the most important thing that you have to remember here is how to actually pronounce the words and how to actually remember the simple sentences. When somebody asks you what is your name, you just can't say Jack. You have to say my name is, or I am. You know, that will give other person respect, and as well as it will gain you some respect on how actually you are communicating. So these are the most important things that I actually want to communicate to you today in the class about simple solutions. You know, so in these simple sentences, we intend to see many regular words, that is book, pencil, play, subject, cakes. You know, if you can see here, football, chocolates, ice creams, book, pencil, books. If you can see, everything is regularly used words. You know, these are something which are regularly used, and these will help you out in understanding the subject and as well as replying back with a lot of enthusiasm. So these are few of the examples of simple sentences which I was been telling. We have one word. If you can just revise once, we'll see. We'll see once again the slide here. We have one word sentences, we have two word sentences, and we have also simple sentences which we've been talking about. So I'll quick revise once again on what we were learning in one word sentences. In one word sentences we have come, go, eat, drink, sit, stand, sleep, dance, read, write, play, sing. The same time, if you use please in front of these words, obviously you have please come, please go, please eat, please drink, please sit, please stand, please sleep, please dance, please read, please write, please play, please sing. So these are two word sentences that you just have to remember whenever you are advising or you are telling to the higher position people or somebody who is elder than you. So these are one word sentences and two word sentences that we have been learning. And then we have simple sentences in more than two words. That is, if somebody asks you what is your name, who is he, who is she, who is another he, who is another she, who is he again, what are we? We are best friends. So these are all the questions which you have to answer by these particular simple sentences. I'll read it once again for you. My name is Jack, he is my father, she is my mother. This is my younger brother, she is my elder sister, he is my classmate, we are best friends, I am a student, I work at Amazon, I like chocolates, I like playing football. He is a singer, she is a dancer, she likes ice creams. This is a book, this is a pencil, that's very kind of you. I like reading books, your hat looks very nice, let's go down and play. Maths is my favorite subject. She likes to eat cupcakes. So these are few of the simple sentences that we have been learning and understanding. So when it comes to the communication skills, I just want you to tell you that in communication skills all the time, this will help you in understanding the people at that particular situation where you might be in a meeting, you might be in a circumstance where you have prepared subject for an hour or so, and when you're giving a seminar there might be a few questions which are popping out without your knowledge or without your intimation. So at that particular time you just have to be conscious in answering them. Alright, so how do you answer them? Again with these simple sentences. So let me show you these simple sentences and let us overcome our tensions while giving the communication skills. So now let us see this presentation. He is tall. She is fat. She has a dog. This is easy. They are very rich. She has many books. She lives in the city. Will you open the door, please? Guys, I have said whenever you are in the seminar, the best way to overcome your hesitation questions are, for example, you are giving a seminar, and there might be a situation where some student can ask you a different question which is not related to the subject. For example, if I am giving a seminar on soft skills, I'll be telling you about single sentences and two word sentences and multiple word sentences. So when I'm speaking about the sentences, some girl can or some boy can or some random person might stand up and ask, sir, will the simple sentences help us in the interview? Okay, So that is yes, that is of course is a related question, but you will not be prepared for that question. So let us think that you are not prepared to answer that question. Okay, so at that particular time you are from city, isn't it? So these simple sentences will obviously reverse question them to make them silent at that particular situation. Yes, you can answer while you are actually uttering some jokes. All right, so now let me show you what are those sentences which can help you out while you are absolutely blank. All right, so let us see the slide here. If you can see, this is easy is one sentence which you can say. She lives in the city is something you can say. She has a good sense of humor. This is also what you can say. And these are the basic sentences that you just have to remember. I love in India is also something which you can say. So we are here. She lives in the city. Will you open the door, please? Let's play outside. I am looking for a job. I like riding the bike. She has a good sense of humor. He can fight very well. I live in India. Will you come to the play with me? My mother cooks very well. She sent her father a letter. It was nice to see you yesterday. He was a very brave soldier. He fought for his country. She was not scared of dogs. The movie is very nice. So these are few of the simple sentences that you have to remember when we are talking to any of the random people. For example, there might be situations where, who is he? He looks so tall. So you just can say, yes, he's tall. He's very tall. There might be situations where your friends, one of your friends have a fat girl. So you will be in a position where you will be running and you will say, she's fat, she can't do it, I think. So these are some of the sentences that can actually keep you out of the hopeless mood. Okay, so now let us go ahead and learn the amazing opposites which I like it, which I like the subject very much, because these opposites will help you in anywhere. For example, you're going for group examinations, these opposites will help you. You're going for something related to debate. For example, if you go for a debate, opposites will survive in every round of interview. You can survive just with the opposites with the entire debate rounds of interview. So just let us see what are antonyms here. So let us go through the opposites here. If you can see, opposites will help you in making you communicate with the people who are anti, or for example, there might be situations where somebody say it's big, then you can say it's little, it's very little. So this world is so big. You can say this world is so little, it's just so little, it's just that you argue, or too easy. This makes you easy to debate, and there might be also situation in communication skills where you have to talk opposites. Sometimes there will be certain outcome situations where you don't know the opposites of that particular words, and you struggle to recollect them. So now let us see opposites here. I think we have learned this in our 10th grade. Seems funny, but these are one of the most interesting topics in our English in communications. So let us start with the first one. So the first one is big, and that the opposite of it is little. Cheap, expensive, clean, dirty, tall, short, fat, thin, easy, difficult, far, near, fast, slow, full, empty, happy, sad, hard, easy, heavy, light, here, there, high, low, hot, cold, in, out, inside, outside, light, dark, long, short, many, few, rich, poor, right, wrong, right, left, single, married, smooth, rough, soft, hard, strong, weak, tight, loose, summer, winter, warm, cold, wet, dry, present, absent, wide, narrow, young, old, male, female, sun, moon. You know what, there might be situations where you will be talking to your best friend, or it can be any of the related friends of yours, and you will be in a circumstances where you have to just speak the opposite of that. You can just usually we look at some situations where we will be walking in the shopping. When we are at the shopping, probably there will be a situation where you might select a dress, and it will basically be rough, but you love it. So to overcome that, your friend might come and say, this is rough, and you say, no, this is absolutely smooth. So that is what when you actually use opposites. For example, it is so long, you take a pencil and you say it's so long, then somebody comes and say it's so short. So that's what happens, usually when you don't like people and you really want that to happen, and that debates or that opposite talkings, if you want to have, obviously you should use some opposites to help them, to help them actually to understand that you are not interested in that particular speech. All right. So now let me show you some more opposites which help you in our regular life. So let us see here. Beautiful, ugly, best, worst, bent, straight, accept, decline, agree, disagree, alive, dead, answer, question, awake, asleep, black, white, bitter, sweet, bottom, top, bright, dull, can, cannot, clever, stupid, careful, careless, dead, alive, cold, hot, common, rare, dry, wet, kind, cruel, east, west, despair, hope, find, lose, float, sink, start, stop, even, odd, friend, enemy, import, export, lost, found, inhale, exhale, last, first, laugh, cry, melt, freeze, love, hate, no, yes, push, pull. So these are the absolute opposites that we have been learning, and these opposites will help you in overcoming the situations when you actually want to talk with anybody in the debates. So these will help you out in understanding the situations down the level when you are actually discussing in few of the communication exchanges. So now I'll tell you what is the difference between a request, an order, an advice, and what is being polite and what is being impolite. So these are the most important things that you should know when you are actually communicating with people, because that is when you know how to use simple sentences and how to use advised sentences or polite sentences. There might be a situation where some person is not talking to you pretty good and you can't just be very polite with them, isn't it? We are Indians, right? So let me tell you, and let us see what is the difference between request, advice, order, being polite and being impolite. So let us see the slide here once again. What is a request? A request is an act of asking politely or formally for something. For means, if you are actually requesting somebody, for example, you need money and you don't have money with you. So what do you do to your mom? You request your mom for money, isn't it? So that is what I have mentioned here. A request is an act of asking politely or formally for something, So that is what is a request. And the second one, what is an order? An order is an authoritative command or instructions. That means you have absolute authorities to order that particular sentence, or you have all the commanding situations at that particular time you do order. Especially like managing directors, general managers, all the managing level positions will order. What is an advice? An advice is a guidance or recommendation offered, So the advice is for our good sake. You always have to remember that. And now what is being polite? Being polite is the behavior that is respectful and considerate of others people. That means it reflects on your behavior. Basically remember that, because being polite will help you in every circumstance. What is being impolite? It's absolutely opposite to the polite. Being impolite is not showing good manners or being rude, it's just being rude or doing whatever you want when absolutely everybody are on you, that is what impolite is. So finally we have learnt what is a request, what is an order, what is an advice, what is politeness, what is impoliteness, what are opposites, what are simple solutions, and what are communications. Yes, of course, in communications we exchange the data, but exchange of data should happen through all these. Try to use all of the simple sentences as much as possible, because that's how when you easily learn English, right? So thank you so much for listening to my class. I am Kranth and I'll be taking more classes for you, and I am from APSSDC. Please like this video and subscribe so that you can go through many more videos. And I am Kranth, I'll be taking you more classes, and I am from APSSDC.